Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Poe Games or Poke if you prefer. This is going to be us for another Ark Svartalfheim video. So, oh, I forgot about my little dude. How are you doing? Are you doing alright on food? I'm worried about you. Okay, you need food. You need fish. I don't know if you can eat anything else, honestly, which is a little scary. And I need you to be able to, exist and eat and do stuff. So, I have prime fish. I do still have regular raw fish meat. Okay, so let's take this. Come over here. There we go. So that means that taken first by the carnivores. My adorable, dude, I fucking, the otters are adorable. They're absolutely freaking adorable. But welcome back, guys. If you guys enjoy the video, if you guys like what I do, if you guys want to show your support, please hit that like button, subscribe, and support's always appreciated for my content. Sorry about the lag. I did just jump into the server, and it's always laggy when I first come in here. Yeah, no, any and all support's always appreciated, and I hope you guys enjoy the video as always. Please be sure to show your support if you like the video, and even if you don't, tell me why, or perhaps tell me what you might like to see. Anyway, so for this video, what I thought would be really cool is if we could finally start breeding. So I know I'd said we'd do that in the next couple videos. Austin kind of got railed, so and when I say railed, I mean this motherfucker likes to bomb rush every game that he plays. And I wasn't a Discord call with him like 20 minutes ago, but he's tired, so he went to take a nap. So we'll get back together whenever I'm done with this video, so a couple hours. But regardless, he kind of got railed. He went into the last boss fight. He brought 3 dinos with him. He expected to clean house, but seemed to have forgotten that I'd set the server's difficulty up to the maximum, which multiplied the boss's health by millions. And so he got screwed and lost all of his stuff. Anyway, so I kind of had to convince him to come back because he low-key wanted to drop the game after that, but I was like, please don't. As much as we don't play together at the same time, I still like having my boy around. So, yeah. He got screwed because he wasn't prepared. And I told him, I was like, you should have been, you need to do breeding before you attempt any of the bosses. I'm sorry, not any, sorry, that's wrong. But at least before the final boss, it's smart to do some breeding. That way you're not screwing yourself, okay? And he's like, well, I couldn't find a female Rex. I'm like, you realize that I am essentially like the Jesus of this game. Like, I can just straight up shut down somebody's game, or I can actually help them out. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I told him, I was just like, I don't use my god powers, at least I try not to. But at the same time, if it's to the point of where you've been hunting for a dino for better part of a week in real life time, and you cannot find it, and he max leveled like 4 male dino, or it was 4 male or 4 female, I think it was 4 male, and he couldn't find a high level female Rex, and just losing his mind. And I was like, well, I could have created a task for you, and if you completed said task, then I would just give you the dino. Because, although, people might have, like, their own views is like, well, you can't just spawn in dinos. It's like, well, you can say I can't, but I kind of can. And as long as I give him the appropriate challenge, or, something to do that I think would be equal to said thing, then I don't think it's a big deal, especially since he kind of put in the work beforehand. Like, it's not just like he came onto the Ark server and I was like, here's a T-Rex, have fun. It's like he's kind of got everything else and just needs that one Rex, and then he's going to work on breeding. So it's, and it wouldn't even be a max level Rex necessarily either. I just told him it'd be like a high level. So if he decides to come back, if he just gets to that point again, then I may do that. But I told him about that, and he was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, you didn't really think about, talking to me? And he was just like, well, no. And I was like, well, that's kind of a you thing. Anyway, And I even say the same thing for myself. If I was hunting for the opposite, I was very lucky with these guys. Extremely fucking lucky. If I wasn't afraid for death, I would have been in a recording. Actually, no, it was more than that. I remember. It was more than that. It was, I literally couldn't record. Not the point, though. It's, if I ever found myself in a similar situation where I needed a dino but couldn't find it, either that or the task was so unbelievably fucking daunting, and I was like, well, what would be equally daunting? Like, I'd have to give myself a task that was, this equal amounts of annoying in order for it to be equal exchange, equivalent exchange. Anyway, well, actually, no, I guess it doesn't make sense if on the off chance you technically could find the dino, but only if you really couldn't. Anyway, really not the fucking point. I'm going off on a tangent. So for this video, I thought we'd breed our little Fyordur here because, one, they're fucking adorable, as much as they are terrifying. And, two, there's also the fact that, I also kind of want to get some stuff done on the server. And this has been kind of, pretty productive. I haven't tried breeding at all thus far, and I think this is a great way for me to find out as to how balanced or unbalanced my server is, and I can adjust the rates accordingly before Austin has a fucking field day, because I can't get on the server all the time. There's only... Okay, technically speaking, I can get on any game almost any day, but to actually get a recording done is damn near impossible most days. So... especially if I'm trying to do everything from recording to rendering and editing to uploading. Like, there's just most days, like 5 days out of the week, that's literally not a fucking thing that can happen if I want to actually get sleep. So, I can't get on here as much. But him, on the other hand, he has more opportunity, so to speak. So, it's better for me to make, break, and then balance than to just let him ride out the wave and then break everything. But, yeah. Anyway, let's set these guys to breed. Behavior. Mating. Behavior. Enable mating. That's pretty fucking fast. Maybe I need to adjust the mating. Tad. I don't know how normally long it's supposed to take. Sweet baby Jesus. What the hell was that? I don't see a dino. Oh, I get it. So it's like they mate, and now they're making the baby, and the baby's gonna come out in 15 minutes. Damn! I know for a fact I have boosted rates, okay? So if it's supposed to take 15 minutes with a boosted rate, that likely means it would be taking a long fucking time without the boosted rate. So, I'll appreciate the fact that it's boosted, but I'll find out if it's broken later. I honestly have no idea. But let me do myself a favor. If you guys don't mind. Hey Siri, set a timer for 13 minutes. It made a timer for 30 minutes. You're crazy. I'll do 13 and a half. There we go. And now we can go do something else while we wait. Let that continue. Some water. Means I need to go down. Rex. Let's go through all my dinos. I haven't messed with these guys in a minute. I really want to get on my Bronto and just, get something. Tech Rex, did not mean to climb on you. Love you, buddy, but did not mean to climb on you. Oh, yeah, you're chilling. You're chilling. Hello, Stego. How you doing, buddy? You having a good time? You enjoying retirement? I hope you are. Give you some more health. It's like, just on the off chance I know I'm gonna be offline for a while, it's like I'd like to make sure that you guys are well fed. Dang. Make a literal fucking wall. You just get on a Bronto and God, I hope I picked the right one.
In their tongue, he's Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Jesus Christ! The same kind of lag that happens when you use it, I'll tell you that. I just imagine hitting a player with a Bronto tail and just flinging them off this island and just having that play. Also, in case you guys are wondering, it's like, wow, he's actually got fucking sound effects in his videos? That means he's editing? I mean, I always edit, it just might not be to the extent that people would imagine. Also, it would probably be more than people imagine as well, because that's people that upload raw. It is both yes, no. It's like I don't upload raw videos, but I do adjust things like sound and video quality and manipulate some of the background things as much as I can because I have fans. And if I find something that's cancelable, then I take it out of the video and I might throw some text in there. I used to do it a lot more than I do now. I'm tech savvy when it comes to knowing a lot about like internals of tech, but as far as like being like a software engineer or somebody who's like really good at Photoshop and shit, I'm just not. So I guess artist, that's probably a better way to do it. Like somebody who's like really good at working with digital art or messing with a lot of those programs. I'm just so if I was better at it, then my videos would probably have a lot more. I'm not gonna say too, then that's wrong. But just a lot more fluff. That's actually probably not a good way to do it. A lot more fluff. I'm sure it has. I'm just making sure that it collected enough berries. It does. Neither of us would probably live from that fall. Let's just grab the narcos. And I'll actually leave them with the rest. Just because I feel like my Bronto does deserve some spoils. Here. There we go. I did do some grinding in between this video, last video and this video, but not a ton. Just grabbing narcos and some other things, but nothing too wild. I have been off of the server for like 2 weeks. Like that's not a, like it's been a minute. Like I've talked about it in yesterday's video, but tomorrow's video, I'll do a channel video, which means yes, it's gonna be a bit shorter, but at the same time, it's just necessary for it to be like that. Wish there were snow owls on here, man. Really missed their healing abilities. It was nice. Gestation, 8 minutes. Fair enough. I also want to hatch a magma sword because we have stuff. Where is it? Resources, probably sulfur. I know I collected a fair amount. 636. I hope that's enough. But I want to hatch the magma sword. we know where. It's like sulfur's really easy to get down in that cave where the magma stores are at. Element's really easy to get down there. It's just like we got most of the resources that we need, minus black pearls, but I think I've still collected some. I just forget from where. It's been several weeks since I've been doing anything on here. But coming back, we're gonna get the breed, and once we get the breeding done, then there's obviously more we can do. And I'll try going into artifact caves and stuff in the coming videos. I don't know how fast all these things are gonna happen, but once we get the ball rolling, we'll probably be pushing towards the end of the series. So I'd like to do a little bit more between now and point A and point B. But also, if you guys want to comment down below if you guys would just like me to push the end of it, then I might be able to play some sort of other survival game or maybe do something else with Ark. But I really am enjoying this map. Although I'm a little sad about not having some of my favorite flyers, I do think it's a very innovative idea to not have flyers. Just because it gives other dinos a chance to shine a bit. Although, to be fair, I technically still am using a kind of flyer because I'm using gas bags and Maywings as a substitute. Which is definitely a fucking loophole, to say the least. Like, being able to swoop down and glide, that's not flying. Gliding is not flying. I'm not going to go into that rabbit hole of shit. But it's fucking close. And then you have gas bags. And they just kind of, yeah, you know, they just do their own thing. They don't, it's not flying, it's not gliding. It's like propelling into your air and slowly floating down. Like a deflating balloon. But, still does its job. Although the ironic thing is that I'd still probably use gas bags, even playing on a map of flyers, such as Extinction. So it's just like, some things change, some things don't. Also, I probably need to get somebody to deal with all the feces eventually. I'll have to do that in my spare time. Or maybe during another video, where we just do like a home-based maintenance video where I have to make a lot of the S+ stuff. Because if we go over here, S+, let's find these people. Collector, is that the dude? There we go, item collector. So cementing paste, hide, and metal. Make that, set up something for our dung beetles. We wouldn't have to worry too much. I do want to make beer barrels and stuff again, but I don't know. I don't know. There's cool things I can make that I just haven't. Crystal cracker bag. Oh, gotcha, crystals. Yeah. Once we get I'm pretty sure we're able to bring Fenrir with us in the boss fights. So, if we get a whole team of Fenrirs, I want to see what happens when we take a whole fucking pack of these dudes into a boss fight. I just want to see how absurd it is. It's going to be fun. That's all I'm going to say. I do think I'm going to have to figure out something else for, like, Broodmother and stuff like that, because, like, think Therizino is, like, way better. But for just normal bosses, that it's, like, not insects. Or, sorry, arachnids, for those that are going to be peeved about me saying the wrong term for spiders, but still, even still. It's like, I will build an army that will topple kingdoms. Just fucking absurdity. Also, there is the dwarves. Like, I do still need to do dwarven raids, which will take a little bit, because before I do the dwarven raids, I'm going to make sure I'm stacked like nobody fucking else. Because they're absurdly strong. Absurdly strong. Hello. Can 3 minutes? 3 minutes on that? You just keep on leveling up, buddy. I'm gonna give you 10,000 health here before we know it. In case you guys are wondering why I'm specifically choosing health. It's because I would like it to be able to tank a hit because your dinos like things like otters and like the little aberrant creatures like the shine deer or whatever the heck it's called. They get mounted on your shoulder, but they can be knocked off of you, I'm pretty sure. So if it gets knocked off of you, I would like it to be able to take a hit or two. And if you're wondering why I'm investing anything in an otter, it's specifically because they're one of the best ways to deal with the cold. And I would like to be able to deal with the cold. I need to do a resource video next one. We'll see. I've been able to avoid that, thankfully, for the most part. But not in its entirety. 2 minutes left. Also, I should probably turn off my timer. I honestly thought I'd be leaving my base to go do something and then I'd come back, but that just hasn't happened. So, thank you for everybody who bared with me during this long 15 minutes. But at the same time, I am curious. Let's see. What we got going on here? Need more raw fish. So I don't think this dude can eat meat. I'll take care of him later. He's not gonna starve to death for a while still. Thankfully I know where fish are just over the hill there. There's always an abundance of fish. It also reminds me, I could just go to the ocean and kill a bunch of megalodons, but problems for later. Let me do myself a solid and close this, or I can leave that door open as long as that's closed. 30 seconds. Come on! I want to see the baby wolf. I want to know what it looks like. I'm curious. You got a dude who looks like an evil motherfucker, just white and black, and then you got blue and black. You got like Nightwing, and then just I don't know. Yin and Yang. Just fucking. I want to see what the child looks like. If it's if it's blue and white, oh my goodness, that would be pretty. Come on. Show me the baby! Ah, it's a carbon copy! I'm okay with that. Holy crap. Yin. Oh crap, I need to rename it Yang. Yang is, I think, the female energy, and Yin, whatever. It's not a huge deal. Wants carrot in 15 hours. That is insanity. Alright, I need to adjust that rate, because otherwise this shit's never gonna get done. Let me grab this. We'll be back in a minute, guys, because I'm gonna need to restart the server if I'm gonna fix that shit. Ah, crap. Saves everything. That's a shame, man. How long until they can breed again? Alright, I'm gonna fix this. I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, we're back. I've had to kill, well, about 40 minutes-ish, time-wise. Because I got off the server, changed some settings, came back, basically had to set the server back in time so that I wasn't, you know, there we go. Wasn't dealing with a, infinite loop, so to speak. Infinite, that's wrong. Not dealing with infinite loop. I set the server back in time so I didn't have to worry about that baby anymore because what 15 hours is redonkulous. So, I played with some server settings, I readjusted some stuff, and now it's 15 minutes, which is much better for a video, time-wise. And this time, I didn't even make a backup before I had started the video, but thankfully when I brought the server back up, a new backup was made. So, that was nice. So, I was able to, go back to just before the video had started, and I redid everything that I'd done before, plus killing some fish. Because when I decided to do the gestation period, I don't know if it was because of a server setting that I did or whatever, but the gestation period this time was 25 minutes. So, yeah, fun. Because it was 25 minutes, I then proceeded to deal with that. It was a fun time. So now we're going to wait and see. I got food in their inventories. I have way too much meat. Way too much raw meat. But I got fish for Bidoof. I got some berries again with the Bronto Tiny. And I named them Yin and Shadow. They're both male. We got twins. 2 male wolves, which is kind of, you know, kind of cool. I would have liked a female because, you know, we're going to need a female to breed from. But, you know, it is what it is. For now, it's definitely not the worst thing. The maturation period's going to take a long fucking time. So I'm definitely gonna have to let that go run its course. How long until I can breed again? That's a great thing to check right now because I didn't check. What's that? Seconds, minutes, hours, an hour and 12 until I can breed again. So I'll be able to breed one more time before the video's done. Hopefully. And then after that, we'll gotta see where we are. I don't know where we're gonna be at that point. But for the next 10 minutes or so, this is definitely gonna be a much slower video because we're not running around as much. Most of the time, we're gonna be around our base. That's cool. Most of the time, we're gonna be around our base, trying to deal with the babies. And thankfully, I got everything that I should need because they're, you know, not too hard to deal with. They just need raw meat. Dude, you're so fucking cute. You're so fucking cute. Now, are you terrifying? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, having one of these things in real life, like, they're like, oh my god, I would love to have a wolf. It's like having a tiger as a pet. It's like, is it cool in concept? Yes. Are 8 out of 10 people still going to die trying to own one? Yes. Is the reason for that? It's a real fucking wild animal that you're trying to own. So, although I think they're adorable, and I think they'd be great cuddle buddies and protectors, not realistic to own, but very fucking cool. I think I've said it before, but wolves are one of my favorite animals. So there's no way I wouldn't love these guys. I like shadow mains. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed our shadow mains that we had on the last server, but overlooking how badass they can be, they're not one of my favorite animals. They're like if you combined a dog and a fish. That's really what it is, a big dog and a fish. That's shadow mains, or wolf and a not really a wolf. I don't know if I'd say wolf, but just a big dog and a fish. Then you got shadow mains. These are just big ass predatorial wolves, and I fucking love it. And the fact that they're called Fenrir's, that scratches my mythological itch. So it's I can't not love them. I really do hope I get some blue ones though. I got white from that. It's the mother. You think the mother's genes would be stronger than the father's? Although I guess in this case, black and white. Oh, dude, I have some names. I am going to name all of them. I will think of names. And for these two, I'm saving Yang for the first black and white female. I will put shit together, whatever I need to do. But you got Yin, you got Shadow, you got God Eater, and you got Death. I should name him Nightwing. I thought, or Hurt. No, it's because of, now I remember. The reason I first named her Nightwing, but then I realized that it was a female Fenrir, and then I was like, alright, well I need to make it a more gender neutral name, so God Eater. Because in case you don't understand the mythology of the stories or any of that bullshit, it's yeah, Fenrir is kind of the creature prophesied to kill Odin, so he is literally prophesied to be a God Eater. Kind of fucking neat. Anyway, the more you know. I actually, that's a sound I need on my soundboard. Just fucking, I have so many different things, you know. Just fucking windows, fucking up. I could actually probably make a beat out of that, but just whenever there's just a long drawn out silence, just, you know, just assume my entire PC just shut the fuck down. It's like, well, Poke's gone. Don't know when he's gonna be back, but he's gone. I have spent probably, I haven't done it while I've been trying to get Arc straight. It took me like a half hour, 40 minutes just getting on Arc in the server. Don't know why I just did, because, you know, you gotta love Steam and Arc. Then it was a fun time getting everything straight for the recording, and after about an hour and a half, we're finally here. So let's hope that everything else goes well, and we can get on with our days. Well, for you guys, it will be no time at all, but for me, it'll be a fun time. 4%. After we do the first wants care, after that, I'll probably do a pause for myself so I can go grab something, and then I'll be back and it'll be great. Come on, you little bastard. I really want to play with my soundboard because I don't remember what my hotkeys were, but I also know that it's not really going to fit everything. And I don't want to play the wrong thing. I added a lot of different things. So in case you guys are curious as to what I'm using, I use voice mod and some other things, and they added a community tab, and I was playing with that for a while. So I have I have some hotkeys. I need to spend like probably a period of like an hour or two adding different files to my Stream Deck so that I have an easier time doing this on recordings and actually know what I'm fucking with. I kind of know what I'm fucking with, but there's a lot of sounds that I haven't used. And although I have very good short-term memory, thank the public school system for that, but I have a very good short-term memory, so I can kind of remember most things that I do. But if I have a similar situation where like, hey, you know, I leave for like 2 weeks and I can't play games. Like this past week I had to take care of some stuff for, you know, military and real life and dealing with work stuff, which is a whole other thing. I could rant, but I'm not going to because it's not worth doing that to you guys. But I come back from that whether it's a couple days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever it ends up being before I can get more recordings done. Chances are I'm not going to remember what all those hotkeys are. And then I can do one of two things. Either one, have a period of where I'm just experimenting to see what's what and then try to remember it from there. Or two, I can do what I think is a smarter option and sincerely just make a folder on my stream. It's not a big, I don't have the big Stream Deck. I have like the mini one, but it still works just fine. I make a folder on there, and then I assign different names to all these different sounds so that I can be like, oh, okay, so that's what it is. Like, for example, I did this one during the last video, and I fucking
Did you know that over 99% of people are, in fact, idiots? Terrifying, I know. But the good news is, there is a cure.
I have a morbid sense of humor, so I'm sorry for those that just don't find that as funny as I do, but that's fucking hilarious. I would like to know what's what. So it's like, for example, like for...
In their tongue, he's Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Sorry, I fucking love Skyrim. Anyway, but it's like, I'd like to know what's what. And if it's like, if I go really far down...
You didn't ask, don't need it, go fuck yourself.
Like, I have a lot of really good ones. Like, I was just... Austin didn't know what the... Because he can hear them. And Discord calls, I learned that because of the way that I set it up, he can hear whenever I play an audio cue. Which is, by the way, makes them even better. Because that means I can get his response to them as well. But... one, can't have all those hotkeys on for all the sounds that I have. And two, I'm not going to remember what all of them are. It's just not going to be a thing. What's 10?
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Ah, no, my face! My precious modeling career!
Yeah, no, I have a lot of them. I think I've only added like 11 or 12 like audio cues, and I'm gonna need to sort them and put what where. And yes, you've probably noticed I immediately was seeing the HIF TFS and then just had a fucking blast with that. Love you guys. Doubt any of you are ever gonna watch my content or see it, but love you guys. But yeah, no, I saw they had the audio cues in there, and I was like, oh, ha 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 ha. We're gonna have fun. I wish they're missing a couple that I really liked, but they had like I said for the Kirito one, I was like, I appreciated that was there. 40 seconds. How are you guys doing on food? I gave you 400 to start. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need more meat, but that's fine. Let's get through the first care session and then we'll go from there. I did the maturation speed. It's not crazy. I think it's like 5 or 6 times maturation speed, just because without that, this would be so fucking slow. I just can't. Like, especially if it's like a wyvern, which I know we're not on this map, but just especially if it were something like that. Lord, if you try to do that at base speed, way too long. Way too long. So I'd speed that up. Cooked prime meat. Oh. I'm pretty sure I have that. Apparently I don't, so here we go. I just need that cooked, and I can feed it to my adorable little wolf. Thank you. Look at that! Dude, they're way too fucking cute. I love the dinos so much. But if there's anything you guys would like to... Actually, no, I shouldn't say that, because that can go a lot of different directions. You know what's something that I noticed? I noticed that the internet is such a broken... I mean, I realized this a long fucking time ago, but the internet is such a fucking broken and dumb place. It's like, going through all those sound effects and, like, different things, it dawned on me once again today. Like, sometimes ignorance really is bliss, just because, like... There's the recommendations for what's there on the list, and then you can search for specifics. The quality ones that I found, besides 1 or 2, were found by searching, not in the recommended. And the ones in the recommended, I don't understand. Maybe it's because I don't fuck with TikTok, but it's just, I don't understand. It's just, I don't understand. How are you doing, Bidoof? I feel like you leveled up. You did level up. Get you some food. Should probably put you at least at a, what, 10k, 11k? 11k. Good. You're good on health. I wanted to get you at least 10k health. These guys are gonna be monsters. I don't know what their stats are at. Yeah, when these guys are full grown, they're gonna be crazy. Female. Pink, I'm guessing, is for female. 11 minutes. I know that recently I've been lacking a lot of Thursday and Friday videos. If there's games you would like me to play, or things you would like to see, then let me know. Let me know and I'll do what I can. I did notice one thing though, or not notice, but I've been thinking about one particular thing. So I know that for quite a while, it's been many months, I haven't had any Saturday or Sunday videos. And that's because I've also recently been lacking Thursday and Friday videos. It's just because you gotta have time to record. And it's not just time to record, it's time to upload. I don't know what the fuck it is. I do not have good internet where I am. I just don't. It doesn't exist. Like, I'm not a university student anymore, so I can't, I mean, technically I could, but I can't really mooch off of my university's internet. And so now that I'm just using mine, it's like it's better than it once was. It's way better than when I first started YouTube, and it'll be improving much, much more again in a couple of months. A month or two. I'd say probably 2 to 3 months, just to be, better estimation. So October-ish, probably. Time frame. But once I have that, then it's like I'll be off to the races, so to speak. But at least for right now, it's like upload speeds, kind of shit, really shit. And I know I upload long videos, but even still, like it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me as somebody who wants to put out content that it takes over a day to put out a couple of videos. Even if you consider the fact that, oh, it's because they're all so long, man. It's like I don't particularly care. That's still ridiculous. Like I don't care, and I know it's because shitter-net. So say what you will. It's like, dude, it's just because whatever. It's like, yeah, no, I understand that. But what I'm trying to say here is that once that improves, once I can do more things, I'll definitely be pushing out more content. So there are certain games that I would like to push out. I'm gonna try to push out Starfield once that's out. Once, you might be asking, well, what about all the other games you were doing over the weekend? Like, for example, Tales of Arise, and things like that. It's like, well, about that. I will be finishing off Tales of Arise, I'll be finishing off Gotham Knights, but I'm going to do it once I actually have better internet, and maybe I'll do a stream, and it'll be like a stream of me finishing up all the games that, I've been putting off. Maybe not Gotham Knights, because that's going to take a while. That'll probably be recordings again. I'll probably just wait till I have a new PC or something. Nothing wrong with my PC necessarily. It's just... Nothing's wrong with the PC. It just doesn't have as much... It doesn't have the specs I would like it to have. Excuse me. For somebody who doesn't do content, it's probably great. But for me, and with all that I like to do, meh. So, yeah, problems for the future. But yeah, you got Tales of Arise. I'll probably make that a stream. Then, I really wanted to do Nintendo Switch games and stuff. That'll definitely be streams in the future. Thought about Nuzlocke because I had a friend, or personal friend, ask me that, and it was like, hey, so why don't you do Nuzlocke? And I was like, that sounds a lot of fun. Problem is that it requires a bit of setup, and if I did something like that, I don't know if I'd make a series on it, because the only day that I could realistically do that would be Thursday, and I would rather do it for like streams or something. So it's, things for later. I mean, if there's things you guys would like to see me do, or things that I've done before that you're like, you never finished that, or you didn't do X, Y, and Z, it's like, well, just let me know. I'm open-minded about most things, so it's like, you're not gonna say something to me and I'm gonna be like, haha, fuck off. Like, it has to be something outrageous. If you're like, I want you to stream Dark Souls, at that point I'm gonna be like, okay. Like, I had Austin, he was like, if I bought Dark Souls for you, would you play it? And I was like, no. Like, even if you bought it for me, that wouldn't be enough for me to play it. Like, I've played Dark Souls. I have. Beaten it? No. Played it? Yes. So, I know exactly what I'm getting myself into when you ask me, hey, do you want to play this game that causes you to break everything around you? Not particularly, no. I don't, no. Like, there will be certain games and certain genres that I will be more apprehensive as far as to playing. So, yeah, there are some things you definitely won't see on my channel. Okay, at least, I won't say definitely not, because peer pressure is a thing. but the chances of you seeing it are much lower than other content. For example, for games, I'm not really crazy about slice of life, like Sims and stuff. Never really been my thing. Never really enjoyed it. I prefer an FPS any day over Sims, but you know, the people that do enjoy it, the people that like it, more power to you. But yeah. A point to that was that in the future, Saturday and Sunday videos will be back. I hopefully want to pick that up with Starfield at some point when that comes out. I'm dehydrated. Alright, fun. I got you caught up running around. Let's try. There we go. Perfect. Although I'm pretty sure I have like a water jug or something in here. Yeah, I literally do. I have just full on water, but you know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Mondays will continue to be Pixelmon for the foreseeable future that I'm aware of. I tried. I could not finish that crazy craft. Could not. I just... Nope. Actually, you know what? This is a great idea. I'll make this the channel video because it's literally just a lot of me running around. And so I have a lot of time to fucking talk. So yeah, no, I will make this the channel video and I'll just upload something normal for when this video comes out tomorrow. But yeah, Pixelmon for Mondays because, you know, I tried Crazy Craft and I'm not against doing mods in the future. It'll just, it's not going to be right now. Because it'd be fun to do with Austin, maybe get together with some other people, but Pixelmon, pretty solid choice. I love Pixelmon and this complex Pixelmon server that I'm playing on right now. I'm low-key kind of enjoying it, so it's just, it's different. Every time I've jumped onto the Pixelmon server, I've been able to say that. It's something a little bit different. It's something a little bit better than what I messed with before. Doesn't mean that I have anything against the server that I played with before. Hell, I used to work on staff at the one I used to play on. But at the same time, I needed something different for me to continue with that mod. I just, you know... I can play Pokemon 100 different ways, and I can play Pokemon games all the fucking time. Not really particularly get tired of them, because there's different games, different regions, different strategies, but for Pixelmon, it's always basically the same kind of format and the same kind of strategy, and therefore that can get tiring. Like, as long as there's some form of variety, I can work with that. So it's like, every time I get back into Pixelmon, it's like, I need a different formula for me to actually enjoy the game and not get tired of it. Which I hope you guys can understand. And if you guys genuinely want to see something else, I'm not against recording something else. It'll probably just be a situation of every other. Like, Skyblock hasn't been completely dropped. Even though you guys haven't seen it in a long time, it's still something me and Austin talk about. And we both, or he's gotten on the server a couple times. I think I've gotten on once in the past month. But it's just like, that game is so, like, it's very grindy. And it's like, wait for things to happen or wait for progress. So I will compare it to Clash of Clans in that sense. It's like, I have to wait so long for stuff that, I don't know. I feel you just have to like invest time, and unfortunately, as somebody who's recording and does it pretty much, well, now it's bi-weekly, but somebody who does it bi-weekly, there's just not enough time between point A and point B to make substantial enough progress at the point that we are in the game for me to do recordings on it every week or every other week. I don't know when the next recording is going to go up for Skyblock. I'm just letting you know that we're still working on that. That's still a thing that exists. That game hasn't been thrown to the gutter. I almost said something cringe, but anyway, it hasn't. That game is not, or that particular series is not gone for good. Maybe we'll be going back at some point. Now for Tuesdays, that's just the same formula. You guys cannot expect or should not expect anything different. I would actually say Tuesdays are probably the most relaxed day for me to record for stuff. Minecraft, I mean, sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's not. It just depends on the day at this point. Tuesday is pretty easy because I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how I'm doing it. And the script is literally there. Like, I'm not a literal script, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm playing through old games, enjoying the story, maybe doing some side stuff, but at the same time, you guys know the formula for that. Like, it's not hard to figure out. But yeah, Borderlands the prequel, just recorded another video the other day, and it would have been the one you guys saw yesterday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But I mean, yeah, playing through Borderlands games at the moment, and the next, you know, who knows? Maybe Fallout, maybe something else, maybe Watch Dogs, who knows? There's a lot of different games I have on the back burner. BioShock, Tomb Raider, Halo. I really wanted to do Halo for the longest time, and I was planning on doing Halo. The problem with Halo was that Xbox or Microsoft hates PC users, and so I would try to load up Halo on Steam, and my game would be like, haha, go fuck yourself, and just not want to work. So I have Halo, I own Halo. Halo is downloaded, but unless I have it on Game Pass, it doesn't want to work. And I could have it on Game Pass, but the problem is that I don't have a lot of internal storage on my PC, which is something, you know, it's like, oh dude, it's just a couple $100. That's a couple $100 I could use in something else too, okay? But I mean, most of my storage since I basically got my PC has been external. So, an Xbox or Game Pass hates recognizing external hard drives, or at least has for probably like at least a year and a half. Like, it just has not been a fan. I used to recognize them, now it just doesn't want to. Like, even the one that I have is Seagate. I have a Seagate external, and for those that don't know, Seagate is like always does shit with Xbox and PlayStation, so you would think it would work phenomenally with it, but no, unfortunately not. Formatting didn't work. None of that shit works. Let's go on a walk, buddy. Awesome. Now come over here. We're wanna cuddle? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You guys are what, 20%? Going towards 20%. This is the last one, and then they'll be done. Fantastic. 3 times? I feel like 3 times, that's fair. That's fair. Now, some people are going to be really upset with me because, like, dude, that's way too OP. You're getting 100% imprint, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but about that. This isn't a competitive server. It isn't a server that has, like, 20-plus people and we're all fighting to the death, and it's like, oh my god, everybody has, like, god-tier dodos or whatever, T-Rexes and all this other weird stuff, and they're using it to troll everybody else. It's like a series with 1 to 3 people, and we're on here, and we're just chilling. It's not, because it's not something competitive, I don't mind about making the score a little skewed. It's like the teacher who's just like, you know what, everybody got a really low test grade, let's just round it up a bit. It's like, well, sometimes a compromise is okay, and it is to me in this circumstance. So if you have a problem with that, sorry, not sorry. I think 100% imprints fine, and I know imprinting's different for every dyno. So because this is like an elite dyno is why everything's taking so long. Like the gestation period, the frickin' how long it takes for like the mating and everything else, it varies by dyno. So the weaker the dyno, the faster you could do that shit. And with the intervals that I have on here, I'm sure it's fucking nuts if somebody's trying to breed like 1,000 fucking dodos as fast as possible. But for endgame dynos like these guys, I still have to wait a little bit. If I had more time in my day or in my existence, then you know what? If it was not considered about lifespan, I'd have everything set at base values. But unfortunately, I have a life outside of these games. So for all the people that this rubs wrong, I am sorry. Also, for all those people, I will also say that Austin has tried very, very hard to convince me to play vanilla. And when I say vanilla, I mean vanilla. He's like, how would you feel about playing from the island to the end, legit? And I was like, we are playing legit. And he was like, no. Not boosted. Just base rates. And I'm like, how much do you have to hate your existence to want to do that? And he was just like, it's not hating your existence, it's fun. And I'm like, well, it's fun for you because you love PvP, and I like to exist in PvE, and I'm a filthy casual. And so competitive players hate my existence, casual players kind of get it. And then there's a middle group to where people are playing competitively, but they're too lazy to want to work, so they still want to play boosted. And it's like, I play PvP games, obviously, but at the same time, like, I don't go out of my way to play. I don't go out of my way to pile drive myself into the ground for the play. I'm not a masochist. I'm not saying that people that do enjoy playing PvP are. I'm just saying that for me personally, I don't like playing PvP in this game because I know it's toxic. And you're like, well, PvP everywhere is toxic. It's like, there's an argument for that. But there's an argument also for me just saying, why put myself in a toxic environment when I simply don't need to? Like, if YouTube was my career, I mean, yeah, the more toxic the area, probably the juicier the content and the more views. But I don't like punishing myself for views. I mean, obviously, you guys have witnessed me get me pretty fucking frustrated. But to that same degree, it hasn't been in the most intense... It hasn't always been in the most intense environments. Like, for Call of Duty, getting spawn killed, that's toxic as fuck. Is that game toxic? Sure. But is the entire, like, everything about that game toxic? Not necessarily. That one game was toxic, but are all the other games going to be toxic as well? Not necessarily. Maybe you're the one punishing people into the ground. That's happened to me a couple of games to where, like, I don't know, our team is doing so well that our spawns are changing every couple seconds. I'll just use Nuketown as an example. Like, you're pushing spawns so hard, and you have people on my team getting wraps and kill streaks and all this other stuff to where spawns are constantly changing, and it just gets to a point of where, what the fuck, is basically all the other team could say. And there are games to where that's also going to be you. So it's like, I feel like, although it's not balanced, it's a game to where you can also be that person. You get an opportunity to be that person, and it's not just you being punished into the ground. Whereas if it's a survival game that has PvP, I'm sorry, there are winners and there's losers, and I know where I'm at. I'm in sort of a middle ground. I'm not a winner, but I'm not a loser. I am somebody who tries to exist and really only retaliates when somebody goes for my throat first. So, that is not the kind of attitude you need to be successful in PvP in these kind of games, which is why I don't like to play them. Now, are there servers that exist that are both PvP and PvE? Yes. Oh, and I'll throw this in, by the way, too. For those of you that want to call me a bitch for wanting to just play PvP most of the time when it comes to survival games and stuff, you are 100% free to believe whatever you want. You're free to play whatever you want. That is video games in general, like for movies, whatever. You're free to enjoy whatever genre you want and whatever way you want. That is the freedom you have as an individual. Now, for myself, personally, I like to build up progress, grind, enjoy the game, and not have to worry about losing from that said progress and going from like, oh, I'm 80% done with the game. You know, it'd really suck if anything happened, and then have your base wiped, which, by the way, has happened. I've played PvP. I have. That's why I have my own point of view that I do. It's not that I've never played it and I'm just, you know, shrunk back in a corner and I'm like, nah, I don't want to touch it, you know. Just not for me. It's like, no, I played it so I know it's not for me. I've worked with some pretty toxic people, so that's how I know it's not for me. And I've left a server up with a bunch of friends and had come back from work to realize that they've destroyed my base and everything else that I've had because I left my dinos on passive because I decided to trust said friends. So, there's a reason why I am the way that I am. And if you choose to play PvP, if you choose and want to look for this content, if it's Arc PvP, you may see it at some point. But is it going to be like its own series or something? Probably not. Chances of you seeing me doing a PvP series are very, very low. If you do see it, I don't know what alternate universe you're living in, but, I mean, hey, kudos to you for finding it. But I'm just, you know, and there is PvP on this server. Me and Austin can fuck with each other. Any friend that I have who I've invited can come on here and we can fuck with each other. But just there's a difference between it being like friendly banter and like maybe a friend trolling you and just a rando online who is like, huh, they don't have to know who you are. Hell, they might not even know you're doing content. But they're just like, I can fuck over this person, so why not? And it's just that one mentality that can just destroy an entire series that you've built up. So I just, you know, I don't wanna. That's a great way to phrase that. I just don't wanna. I don't wanna deal with it. I don't wanna be a part of it. I just, no. Like, I am good. That's the end of that rant. But yeah, no. So if you guys want to see me play PvP content on survival games and stuff, I'm down for it. Just probably not Ark. I've tried different games. I've tried Rust. I've tried Ark. I've dealt with PvP in games like DayZ. Like, it's just, there's a lot of different things you have to worry about if you're going to be playing PvP compared to PvE. And I just don't like the extra stress. But regardless, I will be continue to play PvP games on my channel in general. But actually, in fact, most of the time it's PvP games like Player v Player. Pixelmon's not really player v player, but I mean, Borderlands is an all PvE game, as are most of the story-driven games. Thursday and Fridays typically play some sort of FPS, so, you know, there you go. And for Wednesdays, it just varies. I mean, this is technically a PvP server, but like I said, the things that we can do to one another are probably not as bad as what some dude on a server is trying to do when he's like, hey, how many dodos do I have to spawn before this server breaks? And I know somebody will watch this video someday, and he's just sitting and laughing because they're like, yeah, I was that person. And I like fucking with people. I like fucking with things. I like breaking games, but I don't really have the mentality of I should break this person. I like messing with people, and I'll mess with you. Like, I got my friend Antonio to rate. I wish I'd have been recording. It's one of the few moments in my life to where I was like, and I was doing YouTube to where, like, I wish with all my being I was recording, but I was not. But I just shot a random trank shot as me, him, and another friend of mine were just chatting, and I tranked him. He fell down a stairwell, hit the ground, died, and just fucking smashed his PC. Like, he smashed his keyboard. He raged, he deleted Ark, and it all happened in a span of like 2 minutes, and it was the funniest shit. Now, that was unintentional. I mean, yeah, unintentional trolling. Now, did it escalate quickly? Yes, it fucking did. But it's just like, that's trolling with friends that I don't feel like crosses a certain line. Because all I did was trank the dude. Trank the dude, he died. I would have let him come grab his stuff, and we would have gone on with our lives. Hell, I've moved people's bases and dinos away. And then they had to go find it. And it's like, eventually, if they couldn't, then yeah, I'd tell them where it was, eventually. But, like, I could emphasize that word, but just eventually. But I never crossed the line of, hey, I'm going to delete this person's progress to the point of where they never want to get on here again. So it's like, kind of like what happened with Austin earlier. Like, he was talking about how he was kind of done with Ark. Just because he went to the boss fight, he was not prepared for it. He got tired of trying to prepare for it because he couldn't find the right dino and X, Y, and Z. And so he just decided to, you know, say, like, I'm kind of done with your server, bro. And I was like, well, you know, you should come back. Just, you know, don't stress about it. We'll get through it. And other than, you know, survival games and Wednesdays, VR stuff will be coming back. I need to do more VR stuff. I know that it'll happen. It's not going to happen for this week. It's not going to probably happen for the week after next. But it will be coming back. And I hope you guys can look forward to that. Because I do like playing VR. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of setup. And it just... funny enough, though, I don't know what's more annoying to set up, whether it's Ark or VR. Because sometimes Ark is more annoying to set up than VR stuff. But it just... varies a lot, and I don't want to overpost one kind of content, and I feel like right now, since I'm doing VR Borderlands, maybe the next VR video that I do, I might post something a little different, but it doesn't mean VR Borderlands 2 is going anywhere. I'm just saying that I might be posting something a little different so that you guys have a little variety in what you're seeing. But yeah, regardless. Thank you for listening to my rant, everybody who stuck around to this point, as I've been waiting for these dinos to kind of just finish whatever it is they're doing. Once I'm done with their imprints, I'll probably do a cut, and so I can take care of one or two things IRL. And while I am gone, we will be waiting for this timer to run out. Access inventory. See, 60,000 health. 70. Dude, that's so crazy. I don't care if the boss has like 2 million health. If I get these guys with like 200k health and they have just absurd melee, you're not gonna be able to beat them. Like, these are little monsters. That's what they are. These are strong motherfuckers. Like, I can't breed them. I wish. I was actually I was hoping they were male and female. Since I own a unicorn, I have increased odds for twins and triplets. And quintuplets, I think, too. But it's like, I was hoping I'd get one of each sex. It didn't happen. I hope that it happens in the future. We'll see. Come on, we're so fucking close. I'm also probably going to buff, next time I restart the server, I'm probably going to buff the maturation rate, because this is going to take a while. Like, actually a while. How long does that take to spoil? Seconds, minutes, hours. Yeah, I can afford to give them more meat. Like, I'm just gonna... Actually, you know what I should do? $2,000. Yeah. Like, that's kind of fair. Superior kibble. Alright, I'm gonna try to deal with that rabbit hole. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys, we're back. That was a long intermission. Like, I'm talking about 40 minutes. That's pretty long in my opinion. This entire thing, this entire recording has taken what? Probably more than 2 hours just trying to get stuff straightened out. But this recording, both yesterday's and today's video are going to be very short, but it's not because the videos themselves haven't been long. It's because I'm trying to make it so you guys are getting the core content and not just a bunch of bleh. Or not a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, I seem to have gotten things straight. We'll have one more baby before we call it. Working on the next child here. Got both these adolescents done. They're maturing little by little. I messed with the rate a little bit, so it's a little slower for imprinting. It's no longer like 40%. It's like 30. So it's like I'm gonna need to do it 4 times, which I think is a bit more balanced. But at the same time, not having to wait hours and hours and hours and hours for all these things, because I have other things I need to do in a given day besides breeding dinos at Ark. But it's able to keep things pretty balanced. Also, I realized they don't eat as much meat as I thought. Probably about a couple, 600 is enough for the most part. They're obviously still eating quite a lot, and they still need to heal. But I had like thousands of meat on them, and they don't really need that much. 310. That's a very... by the way, this one's a female. Female Anubis. I didn't really know. I guess if it's a male, it's gonna be white, unless like the submutation happens. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I've got the first female born. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna focus on, before I do any more breeding. I guess I should turn off breeding then, shouldn't I? Yeah. Good. Oh, there we go. Build a little puppet. But yeah, so I'm gonna raise up these 3 off camera. I would love to do it on camera, but I am running low on time now because I've spent like 2 hours trying to deal with settings and waiting out timers. And yes, there are things that we could have done in between, but that would have made the video even longer. So I tried to make this video just one particular thing to do. I wanted to do it Macrosaur as well, but I'll probably wait. There's gonna be another breeding video. This is just the first. I'm not gonna do like a ton of breeding videos. I'm not gonna do a ton of like. There'll probably be like a let's build an army video or something like this. You know, this is the start. This is the beginning. I forget how many dinos you can bring with you in a given boss fight, but I'm pretty sure you can bring as many as you can fit on the teleport pad, and I should be able to fit at least 6 or 7 of these guys. And I'll probably go through at least 2 to 3 generations of dinos before I just completely stop. So this is the first. These are the first. I don't consider these guys the first generation. I mean, they are technically, but I consider them like they're generation 0. This is Gen 1. Then it's like Gen 2, Gen 3 follows. I'll probably go through 2 or 3. And then once I get to that point, I'll probably stop caring about breeding for like past that point. But at least for now, that's fine. And I'll probably try to level up the female off camera as well as the males, so that they can be. I mean, the higher level the parents are, the higher level the baby can be. So there's definitely incentive to have a. I just realized they eat out of the. Well, okay, I'm pretty sure the adolescents can eat out of the trough, but the baby cannot. So you know, that actually would explain why yeah, that explains why there's, okay. Neat. Oh, that explains a lot, actually. Good to know. I need to get more fish. But I was thinking, I was just like, why aren't they eating their meat? And I know the baby's eating the meat. The baby, yeah, it's already gone through 100. What? I'll check on that in a couple minutes. Maybe it was eating it and then it stopped. But I know that while they're in infancy, they don't eat it out of the trough. And it's not until they're juvenile that they do. I thought juvenile was more than. Okay. Oh, you know. Good for them, I guess. What is your stats? I want to know. 12. I want to know what they're at when they're done, because they're just starting out and they already have. They're not even at full grown and they're already at like 29,000, which is ridiculous. That's crazy. I know for a fact they weren't that crazy when I first gamed them. So, as wild dinos. That's why I said I do like 2 or 3 generations, and then past that point, it's just beyond overkill. Like, it's so far beyond overkill. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Yeah, you just ate again, but it wasn't from that. Okay, that tells me you're already eating out of the crop. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Because you guys are just gonna obliterate this crap. Come on, I want to be done. After we're done with this wolf, I'm probably gonna end things off. I know it's a short recording. I apologize for the short recording. But if you guys like the shorter videos and you would like me to condense it and you would like more cuts, you can certainly let me know. But it is for everybody's sanity that I'm doing so. And yes, that is including my own. Because I like long content. I do, especially when it rides out and it blends together. It's fantastic. But let's see. Please make it easy. Oh, one more. Instead of waiting 15 minutes every single time, it's great. I was able to put the maturation up. put the time between oh dude, it's nice. It's a nice mix. It's a nice mix. Now, am I going to adjust to these rates? Probably, yeah. I mean, is it perfect? No. No system's ever perfect. Anything can be improved. So I'll end up changing it at some point. But the problem is that once a dino is born, once the parent has done the thing, that you can't, changing the values doesn't typically change the interval that's set. So for example, like the wanting care within 15 hours, that wouldn't have changed even if I changed the rate. I don't believe so, because I've tried it before. But if it's a different dino that's born after you change it, then yes, it does affect it. I think it did affect the ready to mate time, but yeah, it's a bit different. And you served your purpose. You were wonderful. I'm going to put you guys just kind of chilling over here. You guys are pretty fucking cool. Actually, okay. Let's just there we go. Yeah, see, they're out of the way. So that the next generation, I can breed them. There we go. And you're out of the way, so I don't need to worry about you. And when I'm breeding, it'll be... Which one of these is the higher? They're both the same. They're twins. They're the exact same. I'll see which one has the higher stats, because dinos are not born equal, unfortunately. Even if they're the same level, even if they're the same gender, that does not mean they have equal stats or genetics or whatever. So I'll see whichever one, based upon whatever level, has the highest stats, and that'll be the one that I breed with the Anubis. Actually, I might be able to check that, can I? That'd be crazy convenient. Hell yeah. What's that? 38, 30, 53, 45, 35, 49. They're literally the exact same. Whereas in this one, it's not. That is so weird. I mean, how are these two? Is it? Ah, the females are just weaker in general. Okay. Or this female is. I don't know if it's a gender thing of the species or if it's just luck of the draw. But regardless, we'll fix that over time. Come on, 1 minute left. Almost got to 100% with these guys, and they're going to continue to sink into the floor until that's done. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Magmasaur. I might as well. It's like that way this video has more don't feel bad. Right? As much as I want to have all this done, I don't want to deprive you guys of any content that we could be having. "30 minutes. fuck. That's wild. Can I adjust this again? Oh shit. Alright, so that's perfectly optimal. It's 23 minutes. That's fantastic. Alright, not much I can do about that. So we're gonna wait out that. That's fun. And now I should be able to want to walk. You know, that's a tall task you're asking for me, game. You know, I don't know. That's. Do I want to go on a walk with an adorable wolf? I don't know. Come on, buddy. Let's go, baby. You adorable little bastard. Come over here. I hate to phrase it like this, but you're the dang dude. That's fine. It's there really isn't a need to be politically correct about an animal in a game, but it's just like certain things I feel like I shouldn't say. Like like Anubis now is the new breeding horse. That's what I was just like. It's like I kind of want to say that, but I also feel like that's something that might get me in trouble or could get me in trouble. But I feel like anything could get me in trouble. So it's like, does it matter? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Like in your heart of hearts, does it really matter? Okay. So I need to get more berries. Because we have meat. We have meat for days. I need to get more fish. Sheesh. Why is it just Narcos? That's my question. Did I max out and everything else? I swear this is not me. It's just only Narcos, and I don't know how I feel about that. Did I max out on every other thing in existence? Okay. There we go. Drop that, and I feel like I need to improve a little bit. You Yeah, no, you're eating out of there. Cool. It's like better safe than sorry. 20 minutes. So about okay. Alright, let's put the narcos away. Interesting. My question is, how long will it take for these berries to go bad? An hour per berry? Oh yeah, that'll last a while. I feel like I'm covered for just a while. Just a while. 12 hours. 2 hours. Why is the timer so different? Oh, crap. Jeez. Alright. Well, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just curious. Alright, but I think I'm definitely gonna... Well, I don't want to pause the recording again. I don't want to. Let's go to the roof. Don't know what to do with that. Not really anyway. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Let's go do that. Let's go get some fish. Dude, it is lagging up a storm, but I know that's simply because of, well, me basically popping in and out of existence. Alright. Give me 1 second, you guys. Hey, bud. How's it going?
I slept it all off. I'm good.
Slept all what off?
You know.
Oh, yeah. I'm recording, by the way.
I don't know. That's why I didn't say nothing.
That's fair. Find something.
Do what?
I was telling them about your encounter on Ark.
Oh yeah, it was miserable.
Yeah, how
The
much-
dragon fucked me up. Did percentage damage.
yeah.
And because he had health boost, fuck him up.
Told them how you basically quit out on the server, or at least wanted to. Alright, I think that's enough meat. Can I not? Dude, break around to see what it is. Hold up. Get up there. Got my oxygen. Alright, let's head back before I run out of time. It's as much fun as that is. I would not have gone there at the moment if I didn't have to. Okay, that's where the base is. Here is our fun little entrance, I guess. Nope, wrong. This is to our right. I fucking called it. Come on. Gotta love lag. It's like, please stop, for the love of fuck. Like, I know there's a lot of chunks below, but please. As a Maywing proceeds to shit on my teleporter. Good job, buddy. Trophies out. Take the ammo. Meat. Belt. Killed him. Okay, I apparently killed some sort of boss, I guess. I mean, cool. Wasn't intentional, but wait, never mind. That's actually the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted that. That way you get exactly what you need. I'll make sure that you're going. Yep, you are going up in food. Good. Good, good. As long as it's not dying, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Let's already got plenty of meat in there, so let's just throw that in there. Resources, weapons, armor, mesquite trophies. I did forget a resource. I'll put that over here in a second. Okay, so there's that. There's you. We got plenty of all these things, guys. So I should be fine leaving everything as it is for quite some time. Although I won't be spending weeks off of Ark. I'll probably be back on here in the next couple days. If that, to get some more stuff done. But at least for the moment, this is more than enough. See, you know what's funny, Austin? If
Yeah.
He's still listening to me. He is, thankfully. Okay. I haven't even spent these last several hours playing the game. I've spent these last recording. I've spent these last several hours testing with trial and error. So I've gotten probably about an hour 15 of recording, and the rest of it has just been me waiting.
Damn. I don't even know when I went to sleep when I got up.
You've been asleep for like 4 hours.
Oh, okay. I'm bad.
No. So that's context to the people watching. This recording may only be an hour and a half, but I've been trying to get shit done for 4 fucking hours. So that's still recording. That's not even any of the other steps. But just, yeah, no, fun time. Fun time. Yeah, because I've needed to adjust rates and other things multiple times. Had to reboot the server straight up once from a save file, which thankfully was taken before we started up the server for the day because I fixed some stuff. But still. Fun time. 5 minutes. Alright, yeah, I can wait that. That's fine. Water's draining a lot faster on me. I know it's because I'm hot, but still. I feel like the fastest way to fix it is to take my chest piece off, so I'll just leave my chest piece off at the moment. Nah, I'll leave those on. There we go. That's fine. Yeah. Bidoof has gotten some upgrades. That man's chilling now. We don't need to worry about him anymore. Dude, this is gonna get so bad so fast. Now the cool. What is it? What is it? That's good. I like that. We're leaving it at that value. That is perfectly fine. We'll get it higher later, but for right now, no complaints. A lot of this is just going to be a waiting game, guys, whether I like it or not. And the next time I get on, I'll do whatever. But it's just a lot of waiting at this point. What was the last point that you stopped in Borderlands, man?
Oh my Christ, dude. You're gonna have to hop on just to find that out. Because I don't want to spoil the game. I don't want to spoil the game. What all did you do?
When I stopped, this isn't spoilers for you guys because you would have saw this yesterday. But the last point that I stopped, I'm in Jack's office in Hyperion. They rehired him after the council kind of reconvened. I'm in his office after completing some missions. He sent some people out the airlock.
I think we're in the same spot.
Okay, and he sent me to do some other tasks, but that's where I was like, hey, we're already over an hour, and I feel like the next mission I take is going to take me like an hour or two, and I don't want this to go to an absurdly long point, so I'm stopping. But yeah, no, the last point I stopped was after Jack sent some people out the airlock. Also, foreshadowing, because he talked about how as soon as he comes to power, he'll kill all the claptraps.
Oh, yeah.
Which apparently my character was all for because she was like, thank God. So,
What level are you?
18.
You're just a little bit behind me is all. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, the next mission requires like a level 21, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to level up a bit and do some side missions. Because,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I barely pushed through the next mission.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some leveling first. So, as soon as I'm done with the arc bit, if you want to do one for Borderlands, I'm down, but...
Hell yeah. I hopped on it real quick so I could look where I was at.
Oh, you're good. You want me to send you the link for all the keys so that you have something to do while you're waiting?
No. All I gotta do is switch accounts and I'll have like fucking like 90 of the old ones.
Fair enough.
I can't believe at one point I had 146 of the original golden keys that never went away, or that only went away whenever one person used them.
Yep.
Just in perspective, there's about, I think there was like some ridiculous number, like 10,000 keys released during Borderlands 2. I got 146 of them. Out of billions of people playing. That's the wrong fucking game.
Give me 1 second, guys. I know I'm being quiet, but it's just because I'm in the middle of something. So. talk about that after I'm done with my recording now. Let's go here. I saw that recently, and I like it a lot. Alright, I need you to come with me. This way, please. I just hatched the Magmasaur. You beautiful bastard. Alright, this way. I will say, if you want to get breeding done, I recommend getting it done over the next couple of days because I will need to readjust things yet again, even though I already did it like twice, but I'm not so unfair as to do it immediately after I'm done using it. So, I'll give you a little time. Even though I have a feeling the server's gonna break, but I'll still give you a little time. It's for Magmasaurs. It's sulfur, right?
What? What are you talking about? You talking about for raising him?
Yeah.
Hey, it's ambergris. Whale poop.
No, it's sulfur. Sulfur's... they
No.
eat sulfur.
They eat sulfur. Not babies, though. Babies eat ambergris.
They just ate the sulfur.
I don't believe you.
Look it up! I'm recording it right now. I'm not fucking with you. It literally just ate it. I'll keep watching it as its food continues to go down, but it literally just ate the sulfur. I know I'm not tripping balls.
What's the name of it again? I can't fucking remember.
Magmasaur, if you're talking about Dino.
Magmasaur, thank you.
Yeah, it ate it again. So yeah, no, its food is going up. It is indeed eating it.
Ambergris or sulfur. Damn. Guess whichever one you have more available on your map.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what to think at this point. I'm just... I need to release some crazy, so I'm going to play a soundbite for that, just to release some inner aggression.
Didn't ask, don't need it, go fuck yourself.
Didn't ask, don't need it, go fuck yourself.
I just got a message from from not my supervisor, my GM, that just makes me feel full all warm and fuzzy, so... My inner demons are just, just, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to keep myself from not wanting to go guns blazing. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and you guys are enjoying the content. Because depending on the events the next 24 to 48 hours, you may not have a YouTuber to watch anymore. So, and no, not being dead serious with that, but I mean. Get kind of serious, but I also wouldn't go that crazy. I'm rational.
Sure.
Most of the time. I do think this Magmasaur looks badass as shit, though. Just black and blue, and I love that so fucking much. And it's not even like a deep blue, it's a light blue, and I love light blue so much more. It's got like the green tinge. It's just good. It's just good. It is all just good. You beautiful bastard. Hey, and I can throw more sulfur. I'm gonna be here with him until I can throw all the sulfur in the dude's inventory because I don't want the baby to starve to death. Because that would suck.
Did you actually farm for yours, or are you using the one I gave you?
I used the one you gave me.
Oh no. You
What?
don't know. I spent like 7 hours literally just grinding that cave just to get that one egg.
You got one for yourself before you got one for me.
I know.
By the
But
way,
that wasn't only that second egg was only 2 hours after I
Hey.
got yours.
hey guys, I'll be back in just 1 second. Alright guys, we're back. So, I realized this a little too late, but for us to finish dealing with the bullshit that is this Magnosaur, it's gonna take me at least 40 minutes. Well, I'll say 40 minutes to an hour, because that's saying I get everything on the dot, which is just not gonna happen. So I'll say 45, 50 minutes. And we're already approaching the 2-hour point, so rather than rot our brains waiting for all of this, I'm going to end the recording the second I get this next care done, and then actually I'll end it the second I can get all the sulfur in its inventory. Never mind, that just did that. But as soon as we get this next care done, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that I would have to be here with this dino for 40 fucking minutes. I did not expect it to take longer than everything we've done today. So, yeah, rather than make this a 3-hour long video, I'll leave it at a 2-hour for everyone's sanity, not my sanity. Maybe not even yours, but for everyone around. That's for everybody. So, yeah, bear with me, please. But, also I decided to throw these guys in here, as I did grab some more eggs, but I'll show you guys them another time. Problems for another day. I'll definitely hatch more eggs, I'll definitely breed more dinos. It's just not going to be in this video. Time and place for everything. Time and place for everything. Just give me. Please don't ask for some random bullshit like the hamburgers again. I don't wanna. I just don't wanna cuddle. Easy. Thank you. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, it's like, oh, well, you needed to get the hamburgers. It's like, yeah, no, I had a couple. I just thought it only needed sulfur. Also, on the off chance you ever want to change them, if you guys have, not the Pokeballs won't do it, but if you guys get cryopods can be used to change out what they're asking for. If that ever becomes a need. But just know cryopods have a cooldown, and if you cryo freeze your baby dino, you're gonna regret life. So try not to do that. Because that is a very annoying thing. Thankfully, everything I need is on the bottom floor, so I can just chill until this is all said and done. But I hope you guys have a great day, great at wherever it may be. Like I said, thank you for tuning into the video. I like how it started with me saying Austin's not going to be around, and he popped in towards the end, but, you know. Be sure to show your support, hit that like button, let me know what you thought of the video, what you might like to see. Like I said, I also kind of made this talking about the channel video. I'll do a little bit of that tomorrow, since I initially said both Monday and Tuesday that I'd do it on Thursday. But I did kind of talk about what you guys can expect. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.